Hey guys, this is Sean here. Just less than 20 seconds to go, and we will be going live with Sims 4 and checking back in on Bobby and Bruce. Oh, and their new son, Stefan. And here we are. So, like I've already said a few times before, this save file has been completely untouched since the last time we streamed. Often we will spend a little bit of time building or going back in. We will likely be doing both. But this time, first off, we're going to be checking in on our Sims, the Tron residents. For those who missed our last stream, I did take advantage of a trip to the park that I built in Newcrest to get Bobby and Bruce officially married. So they are now a happily wedded couple. Hopefully the moodlets that gives them are still active. Engagement or a new wedding makes them quite happy for a while. In fact, actually, it lasts for a few days, if I remember correctly. No, we'll check. Ah, here we are. They literally got engaged. That's only good for 5 more hours. And then got married. That's good for 5 more days. And right there in the park, they did both. Which was kind of cool. What's wrong? Too high? Already? Trevor isn't feeling well, by the way, so he's actually sitting this one out, but he just came in long enough. He's watching the stream himself. And to adjust the audio, apparently there was an audio quality issue because I had the settings a bit too high there. Now, both Bobby and Stefan are out. Bobby at work and Stefan at school, of course. I don't know why I suddenly had a bit of a brain skip on the word school, but oh well. Bruce, of course, being the sim that he is, always wants to stay active. Oh, and who is this? Possibly a new friend? Go introduce yourself. Who knows? This could be a future friend for Stefan when he becomes a teenager. Hello. The hello is Trevor just kind of popped in for a few moments. Alrighty. Too low that time, was it? Okay. He wants to make sure that the audio is all set perfectly for you guys. Alright. So Bobby has well, it doesn't work until the next day. And he needs to mentor fitness. That's kind of hard to do without any kind of exercise equipment. So I've been trying to figure out, okay, how can I get some exercise equipment in here on the rather tight budget that I have? I'll be frank with you, I haven't come up with a lot of solutions yet. However, I do have an idea, depending on how much this will cost and how much room I have. One of the lovely things about this game is how easy it is to expand a room ever so slightly. Well, more than slightly. put that back where it was, of course. I'm half debating should I build a wall across and make it a separate room, but then that really wouldn't leave much natural light in that part of the house. In the meantime, though, either way, I may end up just modifying it slightly later on, but for now, hopefully we can afford a little bit of exercise equipment to put in there. That should fit nicely right here. And that I feel like I should make the two match. If you do it right away, you do get all of it back. One of the nice things about designing in Sims, you get to kind of let your creative juices go, and there's no actual loss to it, even if it were a financial loss within the game. It's just a game. So now they have a little bit of exercise equipment. Yeah, putting the wall across would definitely cut off access to the treadmill. I'll have to leave it open for now until I figured out something a little bit better. In the meantime, that does free him up now quite a bit. Plus, he can also get his own workout in. I get the feeling poor Bobby, when he gets home from work, is going to have to deal with a lot of training himself so that Bruce can get his mentoring or physical training mentoring in. I'm also wondering if this should be upgraded to something a little bigger. Anyone who watched my last stream is already familiar with the fact that we had a bit of difficulty getting Stefan's aspirations up because of the simple fact... Oh, what's this? Push the limits for 1 hour while energized. And he's very energized. Push the limits. So, as I was saying, we had a little bit of difficulty getting Stefan's aspirations up another level because he wasn't in a playful mood, whereas if I had been able to give him a bubble bath instead of a shower before they left, that would not have been an issue. So let's have a look at the cost first. I've got 2,556 simoleons. I don't think there's any bills to be paid right now. What's this? Oh. Oh, what is this new option? Lot traits, sim traits, items on lot, and more. Well, we will have to look into that. So we have 2,556. There's no bills at the moment to worry about. Objects by function, plumbing, and I want one that's a tub and a shower. I don't want them restricted to one or the other. Nope, I'm not spending all that, and this one has a much lower, well now, this one is actually uncomfortable. So let's not go there just yet. I am, however, curious what kind of things could they use well. Appliances, lighting, crafting. I don't think that's what we're looking for, though. I'll have to look into that in a lot more detail. I'll do a bit of research offline, because it almost looks, when I check the bill details option, as though some option has been added that would allow us to produce water and electricity that we could then sell back to the grid. Huh. I have to say, that is a very intriguing concept, to say the least. And a very new idea to me, having played Sims since the beginning. I don't know if this was ever introduced in a previous version of Sims, or if it's something that is new to Sims 4 just with a recent update. But I have to say, I've never encountered that. Let me know in the comments if any of you has ever encountered that, or if you know what exactly would allow us to start producing extra electricity or extra water that we could then sell back and reduce costs. Part of me wants to just continue past and look into this later, and part of me wants to know this right now. Okay, you know what? I'm going to do a little digging. And if I actually do find what I'm hoping to find here, you'll actually discover it with me. I'm suspecting it's under the off-the-grid option, but I really don't see anything there that would do that. I mean, obviously a fireplace would function off the grid. That much is obvious, but that's not really what we're looking for. Crafting. No. Oh, these are just standard electronics. Nothing there particularly different from what I would normally expect. EA, what have you put in here for us to discover? Solar panels, perhaps? These are just regular glass. Eco footprint green. More minor environmental gain. This would just be a glass roof. Vents. Oh. I have to say, I am very uncertain here. Standard roof configurations. This is definitely something to dig into. I don't think I want to spend the entire stream searching. Obviously, I think you guys deserve better than that. For me to just be kind of messing around for the entire stream. So we're going to have to get back, of course, to what we were looking for. But like I said, this is definitely a bit of a mystery for me. I am very, very curious as to what exactly they mean by being able to sell electricity back or anything along those lines. Alright, well, like I said, if anyone has any ideas, please put it in the comments and let me know what exactly they could be referring to there, what kind of little treats or discoveries EA has put in place for us. Whatever it is, I'm actually very excited to find out. Standard roofing. Oh. Haha. Look what I did. Oops. I left part of the house without a roof by extending it out and not fixing the roof. Okay. Very easy to fix, though. Let's see here. And without siding as well. This has proved to be even more expensive than I had initially anticipated. However, thankfully this wouldn't be a massive expense. I think I'll just put in a standard gabled roof section right there and extend it. Actually, I'll put it back in so that it, yeah, that merges into the existing roof quite well. And then I'll just adjust the height afterwards if it needs to be, which it does, naturally. And there we go. All fixed on that part. And the extra wall segment needs to match. I'm not sure why it didn't just automatically line up here the way it did, or extend here the way it did on the front. Perhaps because the front was just extending an existing wall and the other one was creating a new wall. But in either case, we have our extension on the house. That will do for now. I did just have a horrifying thought. Yep, as I suspected. Alright. So that is all fixed. Let's get back to Bruce and his exercise routine, which he will continue. Since he has the day off, we won't bother hiring the nanny for today. Since he has the day off, he'll be there the full day. This isn't a vacation day I took like last time. This is actually just his regular day off. And it looks like he overdid it a little bit. Did he get far enough? No. He didn't. I'll have to try again later. In the meantime, Stefan will be home in about less than 10 minutes. And there he is. Who also apparently desperately needs a shower. Alright. First he's going to grab a snack while waiting for the bathroom to be free. And this is why I almost always put in at least 2 bathrooms. Sometimes I go a bit overboard with it. One of my houses had at least 1 bathroom for each bedroom, plus a couple of half baths, and the master bedroom had 2 bathrooms. So, and that was a 4, 5, 6, 7 bedroom house. He completely ignored the fact that he also needs to use the washroom, and also needs to grab some food. After he's done with that, he is going to, of course, do his homework. Oh, look. He's eating scrambled eggs with bacon. Which seems to have not diminished in the slightest, even though he should have finished until he was full. He is full. Okay. Fair enough. Alright, Bruce. Back to... He can no longer push the limits. Okay. Unless he can push the limits on this? No. Oh well. C'est la vie. Not letting that go to waste.
Oh, you Boba?
Why is he not eating? Oh, fine. Here.
Sakishio Riba, Hashimoto Fansu Mansu. Stop! Ooh!
Johnson.
Mansu Shibakova. Wa Hashimoto Shuzakni.
Buddha.
Sa Hashimoto Yamada. Operation. Yaviva Bonki Arusiza.
Oh, here we go.
Uh-huh.
Cheerful introduction.
Do you not know? Barbie taxi. What? Quiet. Quick strip. Shabby Daza.
Sula!
Su.
Sumani Junga. Lisa stay. Avenori Yikla.
Buddha.
Let him move.
And now he gets hungry.
Adisa.
Fine, get your own leftovers in.
Yabi Besor.
Meshka Crane. Nassim Rubin. Zuma
He's finished his homework.
Maya. Shimray.
Does he have the option to do? No. Once you get up to a certain grade level with your kids, guys, you can actually have them do extra credit activities to get their grades up even faster. Or extra credit work, rather. Actually, let's have him relax for a bit. And play a game. Well, you can feel flirty all you want. You're not getting me. Him. My man. Whatever. His man. You know what I mean. She's actually feeling flirty, apparently. Too bad. So, I guess it's time for Bobby to start getting a little bit better into shape. Mentor.
Rubara? Oh, nay. Oh, nay. Uh-huh. Off and now. Orphicani, Babel.
Work is done. What else does he need? Other than sleep, not much. Quick meal option is also a fantastic option. He's just going to grab a ham and cheese sandwich. Then use the washroom and go on to bed. Holy moly, that's a steep incline.
Trouble! Trouble! Yano! Parsipe Probin. Avoid Sibiwa.
He really pushes people hard when he's mentoring them in fitness, doesn't he, guys?
Oh. Ibawa. Naibi.
And Trevor, I know you're watching the stream. Would you mind going and checking on that for me?
Rubara?
I can hear the timer.
Yes. Who for now? Ah, Zarspa Usnet. Oh. Treffen
He's only 75% done. I don't think we're going to get his thing done entirely today, guys. I mean, this guy is supposed to be... Okay. How nice. Oh, sometimes I think on Sims it's better if your Sim is just a loner and doesn't invite people into their house. By the way, the little video game icon doesn't mean... Oh, more fire. The little video game icon doesn't mean that you're videoing, it just means that... I'm losing my train of thought already. It just means you're following that sim around and almost like you're watching them in a video. Huh, lovely. He's up and ready to go for the day. I'll leave that sink for the maid to clean. This is messing me up a bit.
How long has that been going on for?
Oh, just a couple of minutes.
Hey Google, stop.
Oh.
1 second, guys. I have to go and see if our supper is actually ready for Trevor to dish up there. Be back in just a sec.
I haven't watched the stream now in a little while.
Oh, okay.
I was just in the audio and then I left.
If you want to be more like a meatloaf and less like a casserole, you can leave it another 10 minutes or so. But other than that,
Yeah, let's take it out now because I want to eat.
all right.
Why didn't you go BRB on the stream?
I don't know. We'll get this out, and you just grab any spoon and put them up into 2 dishes for me. Okay?
There we go.
That'll do. Just spoon some of it up onto a couple plates. I can mix that into the
I don't have a spoon.
mini spoon. Doesn't have to be a big spoon.
How much do you want?
Oh, just about the amount that.
Is that enough?
I can always go back and get seconds afterwards. Right? Hilarious. I can always go back and get seconds if it's not enough. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah. Alrighty. So, like I was saying, we're just gonna leave the that for the maid to do. This is messing me up. The fact that this is just sitting there forever and never goes away. I don't think that's actually supposed to happen. In fact, I'm quite certain of it. So we're going to have him throw that away. And then he's going to serve breakfast. Something healthy.
There we go.
Thank you. So he's going to serve breakfast while I eat my supper. He doesn't go to work until 4 hours from now, whereas this little kid needs to be at school in 3 hours. So he is going to get up there now, use the washroom, and take a shower. Let his other daddy sleep in for a few minutes.
Oh, Dufka. Do no
Okay, we can't have that, so that's going to have to be replaced outright. Hopefully all the food is still just as good. Oh, not that it's a lot. I don't know why there's randomly an empty plate in there. But we'll do all that later. I'm also a little uncertain as to how exactly. Why is he cleaning out? Okay. Grab a serving. And now it's time for Bobby to get up.
Zuma for Famaya. Almost. Sikafuf. Wanna faj lick. Oh. Yeah.
How long before he goes? Oh, he's supposed to be at work now.
Fadish.
Ah. Guess he's not finishing his meal.
Oh, Clainavoo, Clainavoo. Elfris Spinner.
Okay. No, that's weird. Sit down and eat. Say, for a very evil sim, he's actually very reliable. Oh, wait a minute. Oh no, he's going to school now. Okay, good. Just gonna put that away after he calls the plumber, etc. And he also needs to call the sitter. Because, actually no. Now that he's got a promotion, he's home before. Oh, they don't need to anymore. Awesome. Bruce will be home before Stefan gets home from school. Fantastic. I'd say I've seen toilets break before. I've never seen that. Water spew out of it like a little fountain.
Ah, Yanabi.
And now he's off to work at this point, of course. As usual, it speeds up. Or it would, if there weren't a repairman in the house. Oh well. As soon as he leaves, it'll speed up. Oh, what's this? At last, Bobby has presented his very own idea for a game, and the CEO was interested. The hitch is that he wants to make a few changes to the concept that will make it kind of suck. Bobby can charge forward with the project anyway and hope to save it as he goes, or pitch it to a different studio. Well, well. This is a new one. I'm going to say pitch it elsewhere. Bobby emails a concept to a few other studios, but no one bites, and now his own studio has moved on to a new idea. Bobby's game has joined countless other great concepts in limbo. Oh, that's sad. Poor Bobby. Oh well. If I get that option again, I guess I'll know what to do. I'll do it before he gets the leftovers out.
Bernarla. Lumesha.
Sarfale Puja.
Oh, he had a hard day at the work job. Be it a desk job or manual labor, they can all lead to an aching back.
Oh.
It's only for another 3 hours. Which in sim time is thankfully not that long. Oh, he's finishing the serving he was working on earlier before he had to stop to go to work on time. Oh, what's wrong? Dropped a tray in front of everyone in the cafeteria today. How embarrassing. Oh. Give yourself a pep talk. That should reduce how long that lasts. Oh, I didn't even have to tell him to, guys. He went straight to it. Oh, the joys of an active sim. Not today, Zoe. All right, so we'll let them do their thing for a little while. Okay.
Pinaruja
going on?
Sapa, Maxine Klaboom. Meshka Craney, the
Fine.
Possum Rubina. Almost. Sycophoof, Wanafaj Liquor.
And I just realized I have a very easy way to get him energized again. It involves spending money, though. I'm sure everyone who's played Sims knows exactly what I'm looking forward to. Voila.
Was too good, Waffle. Oh, shit. Web. Remphalim.
Hmm. 5, I believe it was, wasn't it? Yes. He's going to play a game for a while. And then practice his programming.
Finoy! Finoy Rooks. Ha!
And I still don't have the push the limits option. Let's try an endurance run then. Between good food,
Caro.
an invigorating shower, and a caffeine buzz, he's very energized. Well, energized anyway. And it's still not enough to give him the push the limits option. But he is a very active sim, which means he should get even more energized from working out. Oh, look. He'll soon be done his homework. Let's speed that up a bit. Alrighty. And go practice some typing.
Oh, Lucia.
Huh.
Oh, Yibs. Nerma Pem.
He's still running. He's still practicing typing.
Oh,
He seems
Nusha.
like he's doing well, but he's bored. Even though he's playing a video game, and that usually makes him quite happy. I think I'll interrupt his programming long enough to get him some food,
Blah, blah. Oof.
and then get him back to programming again. So what about work has him bored? Work was work, another boring day doing boring things.
Shoot
What are
up
you
a
doing?
toy.
You don't need that for any of your skills. Ah! Push the limits! Finally! Hopefully I can keep him at that for an hour. Alrighty. In fact, let's focus on this guy now. Done! Another 350 satisfaction points. His next one is achieve fitness level 6 and spend 10 hours total exercising. Thankfully, that doesn't need to be 10 hours in a row. Actually, not a disc shower. There was an option there for only energize a speedy shower.
Oh, Tharg Zenik. If not prop. Oh, that.
He's still embarrassed. Kid, all you did was drop a tray. It's not that bad.
Maybe Gora.
I can't remember. Are kids actually that easily embarrassed?
Shinny Muska.
Easy.
Ah, Spoba. Fumu. Whoosh.
There. Now he's spraying the monster under the bed. Did he finish his programming?
No, sir.
Oh, he has a little bit more to do.
Polinide. Lauren.
And I'll just get him to stop programming as... Wait a minute. He's got tomorrow off. You can just do that tomorrow. Oh, even better, guys. Even with me speeding it up, it won't go quite that fast. Ooh,
Oh.
he's kind of desperate to go. And take a shower. And they've got lots of breakfast foods as leftovers, so he's just going to do that.
Throw him, oh.
One thing you'll notice is I'm doing this in order of when they need to be up to get to school or work. And voila. By that time, this guy has finished his.
Rambo. Ha. Frina Baru.
I think when Stefan becomes a teenager, I may give him a fitness-based aspiration so that I can... Well, actually, he kind of has a fitness-based aspiration. I'll keep on that. And that way, put simply, he'll be able to both improve his aspirations and help good old Dad with his job needs at the same time. Oh, this is one thing to keep an eye on, though. Notification wall is full. Literally just go into it, push right trigger, and that clears it all out. In theory. I've seen a few cases where it didn't, but when that happens, it's only a matter of doing it again. I'm going to let him basically free roam at this point so that when it comes time for him to go to school, he'll just go and do it. If you tell him to do something, he will keep doing that instead of actually going to school and then be late if you don't notice. This guy, on the other hand, doesn't have work today. So once he washes his plate... Whoa. Why is he not... Oh, it's Saturday. Oh. I almost sent the poor kid to school on Saturday, guys. Or rather, almost tried to. I don't think it would have actually worked. So, more choices. Program. Practice programming. And let's get these guys on the go. Always keep an eye on their needs when doing this, of course. Last thing you want is for one of them to have any problems, starve to death or something like that. Right now they're both fine, so we can kind of just let that go for a little while. And motor level 5. Awesome. He can now do what? Slow that down a bit. By the way, anytime those notifications are missed, you can just look up here. Hang out on the monkey bars. Okay. Cool. Oh, look. A new friend, possibly? Friendly introduction. Uh-oh. Now, what is his handiness skill? 3. Do I dare? After a save, I do. Alrighty, guys. Let's see if his handiness is enough. Too simply, because I don't have 2,000 extra. Well, I've got 2,000, but I don't want to spend 2,000. So he's going to try to fix it himself, and hopefully not die. Laugh maniacally. Oh, right, I forgot. He's evil. Actions. No? Aw. Chat.
Farik, Ralph, Illinois. Zarb's canoe.
Funny introduction.
Olakuma Fej.
He moved. How dare he? Yeah. No choices. Are there any evil options under friendship? Talk about school.
Farik, Ralph, Illinois. Sydney
No.
Zarzo.
Mean.
Lunch.
Ah. Jeer. And he didn't do it. Mischief. Good for bad news. He is supposed to be evil after all.
Oh, Boobla. Oh, Durka. Oh.
Oh, what's this? Yell at. Yeah, get to know. What kind of guy is this anyway? He's creative. Okay.
Plango?
And his programming is done, finally. What's he doing there? My Sims Go with mods. Oh yes, he modded that, didn't he?
Charnoof. Scuba Volcano. Monzo Ook. Moom for Moy Gromp. Bruno Lumba. Spoy Biba. Flange. Linu.
More choices.
Yana Zorful, Waho Quar,
Mischief.
Snoof, Blue Neef
Won't be
Frone,
around.
Marble Bean, Nona Fej, Yasharu.
His Zorza. Yaba. Oivu. Thanks.
That's cool.
Kinza. Zisamba.
Sul.
Freeba.
Doesn't have that with the other guy. I guess he doesn't know it well enough. That's
Oh,
what I think.
Fabo. Shabni Brina.
I like that one.
Pima.
He can be mischievous without
Organor.
losing the relationship.
Renobla,
Triple.
Farik, Ralph, Illinois, Blaine Schwarben, Dugas Bar.
One thing to keep in mind, of course, those relationships will be important to keep up their social needs, unless, of course, you manage to make them loners through the use of these lovely satisfaction points. But, that's... Actually, is it... Oh, wait a minute. No, that was just a trait we can give them, isn't it? Independent, their social needs decay slower. That's it. There's some new stuff here, I believe. Oh well. Hacker. I'm sleepy. Needs no one. There it is. 5,000. So even with our older Sims we've been working on that with for longer, we're not quite halfway there to be able to get that. So it's going to be a while, to say the least. So we definitely want to keep up some relationships so that that is a possibility at least. So let's try to be favorite animal, a little bit friendlier, not too much. Let's say we focus more on talking about himself. That way we still got that sort of selfishness attitude, but at the same time, it's not going to make the other guy hate him.
Oh,
Sul.
Ah,
Dag.
Eno Planar. Oh, Jarbin Decor.
Olaba. Flurbus.
mentor.
Power.
Yana Zorpal.
Neymana. Axine Saboon. Flumel.
Perhaps it's time to send these guys home.
Yurta. Zunaid. Lumed Besto. Oh, Shimmick Warb.
Alright, so they're gone.
Wanj. Mona Lumbek.
How can I build this guy's skills a little bit more?
Harsafe Frobin. Avoid Sibiwa. Sibiwa. Muffina.
Oh,
Dowie.
he's getting a glass of milk, it looks like.
Bovi Bumina.
Yep, we'll let him finish his milk.
Clark.
No monkey bars here. Can't work on his fitness. Any ideas, guys?
Lumfra. Harsafe Frobin. Avoid Sibiwa. Sibiwa. Ibawa. Naibi.
It's been a little over an hour now. I'm half tempted to say let's leave these guys for a few minutes there now and see what we can do about building up this town a little bit.
Good choice.
But that said, I really want to get these guys advanced. Oh well. At least he successfully fixed the computer without electrocuting himself. I'm also going to fix this. Everyone but the household. And do the same over here. Frankly, I found that a bit annoying. Can you imagine if someone went into your house, walked into your bedroom, and just started using your computer without even asking? Let's see. Socialize, order, browse art. I guess he'll just go back to practicing his typing. Yeah, at this point, I don't think it's going to be very entertaining for you guys to just do this and nothing else. So we're going to save at this point and go see if we can build up the town a little bit more. I think we've got pretty much all the really needed community lots. So what we're going to do is basically put in some additional houses for new neighbors to move in. I just saved, so I don't need to save and go. So, we don't want just big, massive houses, but at the same time, we also want a few big, massive houses. For now, though, I'm going to focus on these two smaller lots here and see what we can do here. The art of silent conversation. I would explain, but then that would kind of defeat the point. So we're going to show base game only. Show lots. That will fit at 30 by 20. I don't know if I'm going to use any of these guys, but I am going to see what is available. I'm hoping to get a house on each lot, and it's going to take quite a while to build both of them if I do it. So, yeah. So residential with base game content only, and all of these are massive, except, okay. Family
That's all of it.
starter. Oh, thank you. Family starter, 2 bed, 1 bath. So let's have a look. What are we looking at here? Nice design. Very open concept. I like that. Standard 2-bedroom home. Personally, I would have put in a half bath downstairs, but at the same time, not absolutely essential. And it's not going to be the one my Sims are living in, so I don't need to worry about, like you saw me a little while ago, one of them waiting while the other one is done in the bathroom. So let's go with this. A fully furnished home. And then we'll examine it to make sure it actually did stay exactly the way it's supposed to. Even though it says it's only base game content, frankly, I'm not the trusting sort, put simply. Interesting window choice, I have to say. And very basic. Very cool, actually. With a roof over this section. I have to say, I like it so far. Perfect for a couple with a child, or, well, a couple with a roommate to share the expenses. Cool. And actually named Family Starter. I don't know why Nectus is there. I'm assuming that may be the person who did it, perhaps, but in either case, let's just keep that. If that is the name of the person who created it, I sincerely apologize. I really just didn't want to leave it there. Sorry. That said, very cool, guys. I think this is going to fit quite well into our new little neighborhood. And that one we're just going to leave as is. The other one, however, I think I will actually do a from scratch build. I'm a little nervous with the from scratch builds to a point because I do, as you may have noticed in my last stream, go a little overboard, to say the least. And I don't know if I'm really that good at keeping it affordable. Hence the fact that I usually, when I'm playing for myself, use cheats. Alrighty. I'm wondering, should I do an actual foundation on this one? I usually don't, but at the same time, nah. I don't think I'm going to bother with that. It never does actually seem to affect gameplay in the slightest. So as usual, we're going to start basically with a basic box. And also as usual, although I might take a clue from that person's book, and yeah, that's exactly what I'm going to do, too. But I'm going to expand on that idea a little bit. So that goes back about 1, 2, 6, 7. Four, 5, 6, 7. 4, 5. So it's about 12 back, 7 on the bottom floor, 7 on the top floor. I don't think we need quite that large an area for what I want to do up above. So we're going to expand that a little bit more just to make it even. Just because that's me. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 14. I think that will do nicely. All right. So what I'm thinking is a slightly more offset front door than I usually do. And that will allow me to put the stairway over this way a little bit. And not quite so central as I usually do it. That should be enough room for what I have in mind. Let's try this one. And that will work nicely. Alrighty. So I'm thinking just a couple of bedrooms up here, maybe 3, but I really don't think that's needed. That would kind of be a little bit overkill. I'm uncertain if I want to do the bedroom just across here or if I want to put a couple of bathrooms here, but that seems like a bit too big. Yeah, it is. So a small bedroom there, slightly larger bedroom here, and this is where I'm thinking I'm going to go a little bit different than what I usually do. That might be a bit too small. Yeah. Let's just make a single bathroom then. And I'll put a half bath downstairs. So some of you might be wondering, okay, what in the world does he have in mind for that space upstairs? Well, at this point, I'm going to put a small half wall around. And that can just be found right here. And you can actually do pretty much whatever height you want. I'm thinking a medium short would be adequate for what I'm doing. Essentially, it's just going to act as a safety railing. That's $30 per section. I might be able to find a cheaper option here. Once I get over this way, of course, it starts to get more expensive. And I want this to be, as I've already said, probably way too many times, a very low budget place. So just to use one of these fences kind of like a railing. I don't want to use this one because that's the one that will match what we've got for the... actually, no, I don't need that, do I? Because we put a wall next to it. But this one's cheaper. You know what? I'm going to go cheaper. Oh, that's way too high. Looks like I will go with the other one. Now then, if I can find a nice siding that will match that, fantastic. Close enough. Now I need to check the front because, of course, that's by room, not by the full exterior. So, of course, we'll have to do it in sections like that. Downstairs is one giant room, so that should now stay or cover all the way around. And voila. The exterior, except for the roof, of course, is basically done, except, of course, for the yard decorations, but there's not going to be a whole lot of those beyond a pathway, things like that. Alright. Doors. We really, really, really don't want to go too overboard with the door either. But at the same time, we want it to be an actual exterior door. That looks good to me. Voila. All right. Windows. Same thing. I don't want to use the exact same windows that we used the last time we did a house like this. At the same time, I don't want it to be super expensive. That requires a tire. Why am I... Short windows, please. That seems to like it would go good with the door itself. And actually seems to match the siding better than the door does now that I am looking closer at it. There we go. We can use that section of wall, a little place to put a television. Maybe move that one window over a little bit. And yeah, that will work nicely. Same here, and I really don't like when it puts it right in the corners like that, but we'll worry about that as well. We'll fix that very easily. And I did just realize that I kind of forgot one important factor. It is pointless to have that... Actually, no. I don't think I'm going to go with these doors because they don't match the siding as well as the windows do. No. Different door then. There we go. Looks weird next to the windows, I think. Ugh. What did I get myself into, guys? There we go. That will do. And same back here. And more importantly, the same right here. Now, for the interior doors, I don't know why I keep closing that when I'm not done. I was going to go with plain white doors. Is there anything even cheaper? Not, that doesn't look ridiculous. And because we've only got the 3 rooms upstairs, 2 bedrooms and a bathroom, and only 1 big room downstairs, that's pretty much all we need for interior doors. Which should cut costs on this place for the eventual new owners quite well. So let's look at floor patterns, shall we? Maybe I should go with something like linoleum. Actually, what's the cost on $4? $4. $4. $4. $4. It's pretty much the same price for all the lower. Ugh, I don't like those colors. Something a bit brighter this time. And the upstairs hallway. That looks cool. I need lights so I can see what I'm doing. Yeah. Lighting. Simple ceiling lights, something like this, with, nope. Simple pendant lights, maybe? Oy, those are a fortune. It's just the light. These are only 40. How much are those table lamps? 30, 35, 45. Yeah, we'll worry with that after. In the meantime, back to build. We still have 2 bedroom floors to pick out. So how about a nice basic... That one looks good for the larger bedroom. And something a little like this for the smaller one. Walls. Wallpaper is 2. Paint is 2. I may redo the carpet in the kids' room to match this, actually. In fact, I am. Too designed. I think I just picked out a theme for the kids' room. Now, for Mom and Dad's room, I think that will actually look quite good with the color carpet that was chosen. Classifieds walls. Very weird in a way, but as long as it's wallpaper to look like it, not actual newsprint, why not? So the tile to match what we did. You know what? I think that will do. The only question now is, do we have a paint that's going to match stucco? Well, the other ones are only 2. It's the cheapest. That actually looks very interesting. I like it. Yes. Perfect. So to fix a couple of things I did not like about the auto placement of the windows. Well, one thing specifically. Let's make sure that everything else looks okay here. I do not like when it does this. I would much rather something like that, or perhaps spaced out a tiny bit, not quite on block. That actually just looks like one larger window, which to me actually looks a lot better anyway. Not sure why it did not put any windows on the back, probably because it picked that up as a room. But we will correct that now. Actually, no. No, we won't, come to think of it, because that's a bed. Those are bedrooms. Yeah, let's leave that as is. So for the rest of the home, I didn't like the idea of this particular light for the rest of the home. That's why I went with this, or for the bathroom rather. That's why I went with this for the bathroom. But I think this is actually very nice. And so I'm going to go with it for the rest of the house. The only downside is I don't know if that really lights it up well enough, but that said, it's not like it's really super dark. The reason I did here, by the way, guys, is because, of course, with the shadow, it really just didn't reach over this way at all. Yeah, I'd say right around like that would work quite well. And should light the place up adequately. Maybe not fantastically bright, but it'll do the job. Now the challenging part is going to be the kitchen. Because with that many windows stretching right to the floor, we are a little bit limited. That said, I do have an idea for that. And I will show you what I mean. I'm going to put sort of a living room area over on this side. Or, no, I'm going to use a kitchen over here, actually, and the living room on the other side. Yeah. So we're actually going to eliminate the actual need for an actual separate dining area. And here's how we're going to accomplish that. We're going to grab this for counters where there is a place we can reasonably put them. Now you may notice I did leave a couple of gaps there. That's for the fridge and stove, of course. But then we're going to grab this lovely little thing. And we're going to leave a little bit of a gap here. And you'll notice the way this kind of, or if it actually works the way it's supposed to, the way this will merge. And now we have seating for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Which is frankly more than we'll actually be living here. So that should work quite well. Although I am tempted to extend it a little bit further. But I am going to. Oh, that's why. What is going on? There we go. And there we go. And now we have our seating area and plenty of room. I think we actually have more counters than we actually need, but we'll see how that goes. So, back to the kitchen. I'm tempted to go a step up, but what can I say? In the real world, I'm very cheap. I was going to go with plain. It's kind of yellowed with age, but c'est la vie. Let's see. We need a sink somewhere, though. Very basic microwave right there, and a very basic coffee maker right here. So all that's really needed now is some places to sit. Doesn't really look right with it. Neither does that. Ugh. That does. By the way, one easy way to see if it's properly attached to the table or other surface with a chair or a stool is to literally move that. If the stool moves with it, it's properly attached. The other thing we're really missing is a place to throw some garbage. I usually have a section of cabinet missing for that, but it doesn't really need to be. It can be literally anywhere. So in this case, what I'm going to do is just grab, not a child's waste basket. I'm going to grab one of these. Just put it there by the door. And that's it. So, pretty basic, but will serve the purpose. They now literally have seating for 8, which, like I said, is more than the number of people in the house, or that can live in the house this size. So, that should be plenty. So, on to the living room. Sofas and love seats. Mega sofa, mega love seat. I think I might use these two this time. In fact, with the actual appearance. I'll place it like that for now. We can always adjust it a little bit after. Actually, like that. In fact, that looks perfect. And just a chair to go with it. Now, I think that one there is the one we would want. Televisions. We don't want to go quite there, but something more like this or this perhaps. We do, however, first need a place to put it. When we went with this, it didn't really work very well. But that is way too expensive. That said, perhaps this one. That kind of looks sad. I don't know why I went out of TVs then. Can I put a radio next to it? No. It will not allow me to. What do you think, guys? Am I being too fussy? Hello, Logan Gamer. Sorry if I missed your chat entirely. Sheltering, wash hands, virtual hug, social distancing. Oh, wow. Thank you. I missed the last Sims 4 stream. That should be, and I am so sorry, by the way. Name your house pre-shotgun. I am so sorry, by the way. I actually only just realized you were chatting. Normally Trevor's here with me watching the chat for me. And I was just completely focused on the game. So I am sorry about that. Name your house pre-shotgun. Why not? Maybe I can go with that for this one. That looks good. Alrighty. You know what? I'm just going to give him a slightly larger TV to go with what we're using here. I know it doesn't really seem to fit the idea that I was going for in terms of trying to keep the house a little cheap, but that looks a little bit better on the it looks a little bit better on it than that little tiny one. So we'll put that there. And since everything else seemed to have a version of that, yep. So we basically, except for the entertainment center, we basically have everything as a matching set in terms of the living room furniture. Electronics wise, I could go with this again, or I could go a little bigger. Nah. Kaboom box. There we go. So that's a nice little living area. I've got this nice big space behind, and of course I want to do something with it. So how about we move over to what would otherwise be the study furniture. First put in, if I can find one that will sort of match. Yep. Well, not really a very good match, but it's a starter. Why not? And it doesn't match the rest of the living room furniture, but it does match the chess set. Like I said before, if you're obsessive like me and want to make sure it's properly attached, just move it. If it all moves together, then it's properly attached. Now, I'm not going to put a whole lot here yet. I'll probably leave that in case I need room for something. And can't figure out where else to put it. Bedrooms are next. Now, I don't like the uncomfortable ones. I avoid them. Even in a kid's room, I avoid the ones that are uncomfortable for adults, because eventually those kids will be adults. Discomfort relief 1. This narrow bed is made for dreaming of a larger bed. Oh, Bethesda. Oh, then again, this is... Let's go with the parents' room first. So this one is uncomfortable. It's going to leave them aching in the morning. Not sure why that bothers me so much, given that, frankly, they're not the Sims I'm playing that are going to be living here. But, for some reason, I never like to do that. So this is going to be very basic, of course, just a bed and a dresser. That would probably look better there. As for the smaller bedroom, maybe I should just put in a similar bed. I mean, after all, it doesn't have to be a kid's bed in the kid's room. I have a save of my own, actually, where I have... That looked just horrible with that. I'm changing that wallpaper and floor again. I should have known better than to go with style like that unless I had an idea of furniture to go with it. Green. It's not that I don't like the style, it's just that... Oh, no, he didn't realize I didn't notice him chatting. He was wondering why I wasn't responding. I was wondering what was going on there. I realized, wait a minute, that's our name. No, that's right. Trevor's in the other room. Where you've joined us a bit late, I'm going to mention Trevor's actually not feeling well. He's relaxing and just every now and then checking in on the stream on his phone. And that's pretty much it. And probably only just realized that, hey, wait a minute, there's a whole bunch of chats or messages from the same person there. But I will take the flack for that. That's entirely my fault for not paying attention at all to the chat. And yes, I know they're identical. The people who furnished the house got this all at a garage sale, see? That's why it all matches. Probably not the best explanation ever, but it works. So I'm going to go with this part first. Now, I normally, of course, avoid anything that's uncomfortable, but it's not my Sims that'll be using it. Like I said, we're creating places for neighbors, not the played characters. I'm very curious about this functional off-grid thing. And very interested in learning more about it. I normally don't bother with this part, but I've got a nice place there to do it, so why not? I'm not sure why it's up so high. I don't know about any of you guys. You know what? I don't like that. I don't know about any of you guys, but my toilet paper rolls are never that high up on the wall. That looks more realistic. Yeah, that looks better. Otherwise, that was just plain weird. I don't know why I went into there. And just a little waste can. Since half the time, even though there's a perfectly good sink downstairs, we already know from seeing this before that from time to time they're going to decide, hey, I'm going to go to the bathroom to scrape off this plate and wash the dishes. Sims. I did realize I forgot to do the flooring out here. Or the deck. Yeah, that kind of matches. Oh, it's going pretty good. I haven't had any issues so far anyway. So normally I would put in, where am I? I know there were some there. Oh well. I'll go this way to get them. Normally, guys, I would put the stuff that I'm about to put on this deck in the backyard, but instead I'm going to give them a place where they can grow a few things. So, activities and skills, that's what I'm looking for. Knowledge, no. Creative, yes, that's where it was. Now we're going to go with the cheapest one, simply because, well, like I said, it's meant to be a budget thing, not top of the line everything. So maybe put that angled slightly and right there, which looks weird. Let's go the other way, where they're more looking at nature than a random street. So let's go back into rooms, which is odd given what we're looking for is the outdoor. Hopefully this time it will actually let me put this somewhere here. Now in Sims this will make no real difference whatsoever, but if this were the real world, I would keep that as far from the siding as I possibly could for what I would hope is obvious reasons. So that's what I'm going to do here. Looks like that's the lowest end picnic table. And so they've got a little place where they can barbecue and otherwise just relax and enjoy themselves. Now, outdoor lights are kind of a must-have. At least they are in the real world. Just like before, I'm going to go with basically the cheapest lighting option, which might be difficult here. We'll find out. Oh well, we'll do it this way then. Why did that randomly change? Okay. I'll do it this way then. Oh, it didn't change. It's just the way it looks in light versus shadow. Oh well. In either case, it works. Now, outside, I want this to be more of a private backyard. So, after all, it's going to have a very specific purpose, and for this the higher fence may actually be a good thing. And there we have it. So a nice private backyard. Outdoor plants. That's why I'm not finding them, because they're in here. And we want outdoor activities. Specifically, what we want is the... What's the grow fruit challenge? I don't want something that's going to require something special. Although maybe walls up would be the best way to do this. Oh good, it goes in like chairs. You can keep going with it. Actually, do I even need those? Flowers, fruits. I'll just leave these lying around for them to grab when they're ready to. And a few flowers too. And there we have it. As for the rest of the backyard, I'm going to basically leave it in case I ever do decide to play this household when someone eventually moves in. It is fun, nice once in a while to kind of take over a different household for a while. And if I do decide to, there's a good chance, depending on the how can I put it? Depending on what's available in terms of funds, that I'll want to put a lot of things back there. Still kind of iffy in terms of which way I want to go on that, or not iffy, but rather uncertain. All I do know for certain is that since it is supposed to be a starter style home, I definitely don't want to be putting in something that's, for example, over 5,000 simoleons just for a jungle gym, 5,000 for a flyamajig. You know, these are things that are really much more up there. So, in the meantime, for a starter home with a nice big backyard, I think it looks quite good. Hopefully now I've kept the cost down. I will be able to check that from the map screen, or I should be able to. Here we are. Oh, a little bit higher than what I wanted. This one's only... yeah. Both of them are kind of a little higher than what I wanted them to be. At the same time, certainly a better job. Oh my. Okay. Certainly a better job than I did here. That said, apparently people have moved in. So, it clearly didn't stop the Aiken family from moving in there. I did just realize I didn't put in any lot traits on the other one. So I'm going to fix that. The only question is which way. I'll just do my usual in terms of the lot traits for residential. One thing you might be noticing though, and I'm pretty sure, even though the screen name is different, I think this Logan Gamer is actually our sim expert who drops by every now and then. One thing you may notice is they've rearranged the menu a bit since the last time you watched our stream, which is... I didn't put any computers, so I'm not going to bother with the fast internet. Instead, I'm going to put in natural light and make it a good place for them to get closer to one another and build their skills up a bit. Go back to manage worlds and do essentially the same thing on the other one. One thing I never really noticed is, do they even have a place here for painting and things and other creative works? They do not. However, this little deck here looks like it would be a good place for that. Yes. Or out here, actually. Objects by function. Activities and skills, creative. Voila. Actually, no. There we go. That works. Oh, they've got a little planter place too. Alrighty. So let's get back out of that before I start adding a bunch of things that cost a fortune. So, we now have less than an hour left, but we've got 2 new houses. One I grabbed from the library and just added a painter's easel, and one that, of course, we just built that I didn't put a roof on, I noticed. Oh. Did anyone notice anything else I missed when building that house besides the roof? Oh, man. Okay. Feel free to mock me mercilessly about the lack of a roof. Unless you're just in like a generous mood or something. I'm actually going to use this one. That way I can literally angle it, well, exactly like that. So it's tipped away from and actually somewhat shelters. Yeah. Actually, no, I'm going to go ahead with this one. If I can do that. That works. Well, I want to go out the last step. And this is where it starts to get super high, of course, but that's easily fixed. Ooh, there we go. That looks good, I think. Way, way too tall, but otherwise very good. And there we go. I think I went down a bit too far. It looks sort of flattish. One step higher. There we are. And now we actually have a covered deck as part of the upstairs. Looks a bit silly that it's got no supports there, so I will likely have to fix that in some way, but that's fairly easy to do. And that is the same height as the wall, right? Yes, perfect. Which means it's the perfect height to support that roof. Looks a bit weird that there's nothing underneath part of the column, so I'll just kind of extend that downwards. Oh, it won't let me extend it downwards. Okay. Huh. Oh, because that planter pot is there, of course. Oh well. I've probably got too many of them anyway. Oh, yeah. Not quite the look I was going for. Oh well. C'est la vie. A post on top of a post. Oh, that's why. Move. That lines up better. Much better, actually. Yeah. Who says they can't be in front of the windows? And there we go. A properly supported section of roof. Nah. And a nice wide open backyard. Well, I will probably be putting something later on, but for now, it will do. Alrighty. So back to the world again, or the map again. That probably added way too much to the cost of that house. Not overly though. But then of course, unless I try to move my own Sims into it, that really isn't going to make much of a difference. So, let's check on Bobby, Bruce, and Stefan again. And Logan Gamer, if you did miss the last stream and the end of the stream before that, which I'm pretty sure you logged out before this occurred, Bobby and Bruce are now happily married, and they, just before they were married, did adopt a child. They actually adopted a child at the end of the stream you did catch, but I'm pretty sure that was just after you left. And on top of that, last stream they actually were at the park. You may recall I did put in a place there for them for, well, weddings. And I decided to grab the opportunity and just get that taken care of. I've also put Bobby in the bodybuilding branch of the athletic career, and I'm having difficulty finding ways to get him to get his mentoring in each day. So I had to kind of extend this room a little bit over and put in some exercise equipment so he can mentor, oh sorry, Bruce is in the bodybuilding career, and I had to extend this over a bit so he can mentor Bobby and get his career mentoring done. His homework's done. How long till he gets it? 7 days. Which works out well. That means it's next Saturday. I just find some way for this poor kid to improve his skills. Tomorrow? No? Is he working on Sundays? Yes. I think this guy is going to take little Stefan to the gym, or not the gym, the park on Sunday, if I can get him in a playful mood. The only question is, will I succeed in doing that?
for now! Parts of big Buffalo.
Well, they're both getting tired, although he has finished his mentoring.
Yano, Yano!
He needs to get his own fitness level up for his next promotion as well. I believe his programming is already complete. Yes, it is. And he has 2 days anyway, so it really wouldn't make a lot of difference. He's going to bond with his little boy a little bit. Unless his little boy just up and leaves. Oh, he's hungry, that's why. Right and day. Friendly. Ask about day. Ask about school.
Zimbabwe. 7A. Chiffa. Vitor. Bull Preserve. Philibok. Ah, Conqueroo. Tenebid. Meepu. Limbo. Stoomsig Salunga. Panave. Bamba Yoops. 7A. Chiffa. Gown. Yassinar Cliff. Ha, Nilshaba. Tomarimple. Bernard. Abano Plerum Ganil. Balloon of Pogan. Miva.
Actually. Use the newly fixed toilet and then go to bed. Oh, good news. I managed to get Bobby to successfully fix... Oh, no fire this time. Awesome. Long story. I'll tell it in a second. Not long, but anyway. I managed to get Bobby to successfully fix a computer without... Oh, there you go. That's what I was referring to when I said no fire. Apparently it's referred to as urinary patch infection online. Since the update that also rearranged some of the menus, they literally from time to time will have fire when they pee or use the toilet otherwise.
Oh, Clainavu, Clainavu.
Too slow. He's up bright and early. Always a good thing. Oh, now he's doing it. The kid stopped and he started. Okay. He was the only one who didn't have that issue. So tempted to make the same lame jokes about that I did last time. Doctor, it burns when I pee. You get a burning sensation when you pee? No, it doesn't feel weird. It's just there's fire in the toilet when I pee. Why did he take that out when I just told him to? Oh, they're poor quality anyway,
Hey.
so it doesn't make any difference. He's not even going to bother putting them back away. He's just going to clean them up. Ugh. Oh, he's getting very hungry.
Duba, Roshi. Viva.
He skipped what I told him to do. He is evil.
Home. Viva.
Actually, wait until the other guy gets his serving out of there first, and then tell him to put it away.
Ah, Grubel.
And now he's fine.
Huh? Miyaksa.
Not sure where that cup randomly materialized from, but oh well. What? Ah. Well, he's getting lots of experience with repairs, if nothing else. I need to get him in a playful mood. There we go. You can start upgrading now, I think. A fellow bodybuilder offers Bruce a sample of an experimental new energy drink, claiming that it's totally changed her life. She certainly looks energized, if a bit twitchy. Should Bruce try it? No, he should not try it. Let's see what effect that had. Bruce decides against taking the unknown beverage. Who needs vaguely citrus-flavored chemicals to feel good anyway? Oh, let's get rid of that then. Is he playful yet? No, he's energized. He's not playful.
Bifarfase?
I
Wafata.
need him playful.
And his. Frina de. Yankee? Ha, Nilshaba. Tomarimple.
Okay, so
You don't,
some
legit.
old lady is texting my little boy wanting to come over and hang out with him.
Senzo.
That's not weird at all.
Frina de. Yankee? Revuda. Quinarb. Abano Clearum Ganira. Anazuk E. Sugarblue. Meh. Asamu Yabans. Adunkawalake. Wafatub Fibose. Shul. Balone of Pogan. Amiva. Galank. Nermokrenkus.
Now when I finally actually start noticing the chat, that's when it quiets down. Hello. Sorry about that, by the way, if you're still watching. Me basically ignoring the chat like that. That was not intended.
Oh, come on. Yeah, woo! Huh? Huh?
I actually feel a bit bad about that. And this is not getting him playful at all. What do I need to do to get this kid feeling playful?
Thanks.
Is there a way for them to get down there? Not that I can see. Which is unfortunate. Because I'm pretty sure there's a fishing sign. Oh, there isn't. I thought I saw one. Must have been a shadow or something. Oh, I was seeing this light up here. Say, that's a very weird aspect of this map. The way this is done, instead of having a river or something that they can go to and, well, fish. Is he in a playful mood yet? No.
Yaksa, Biba Makanerf.
Alright,
Fabide,
let's try
Macaner.
something else.
Jabini Nobe.
Let's see.
Biyab.
Funny. Do an impression.
Tenebib. Meepu. Aquimba.
Funny.
Loopspeb.
Goof around.
Finerba. Raga. Quinar.
Funny.
Abano Plerum
Insight
Ganira.
choke. Funny. Tell goofy story. Funny. Quote a cartoon character.
One new sharp wiggle.
Barson.
Illinois.
Ah.
Free baganoosh.
Make a silly face.
Duba nook.
Joke about nacho cheese.
Huh?
Finally! And he's playful for 3 hours.
Grau Hispa. Yaloof.
So the combination of gaming and things finally did it. Never mind, empty the trash. Ah, fine. Finish emptying the trash. Travel. Stefan. They're both feeling playful from joking around. Good. So we know what to do. Be funny. And they're off to the park, where there's a jungle gym he can play on while playful. Alrighty. robot trades are cool, but right now I'm more interested in getting him over here to play Space Explorer together. In fact, all you see now, make it across the monkey bars 3 times, earn a high score on the typing game, achieve level 10 motor skill. So he's done with that. Part of his aspirations. Play together.
So what? Goose.
1, 2, 3. That was supposed to be 3. Unless he has to make it over and back again 3 times. There we go. Oh, that's cool. Turning into a real little acrobat. He doesn't get home from work until 16. Oh shoot, he is home from work. Uh-oh. These guys should probably head home then. They had a nice day at the park. Well, hour or 2 at the park. There we go. Okay, get off the monkey bars, kid. Your dad's gone. Pretty sure the first time playing this on the console, when I sent one of them home, they all went home, but oh well. Alrighty, so he
Kinda Samola.
really needs to use the washroom. He wants to get a high score in a typing game. He... How much to get him to do, actually? How much is let him do what he's doing? It's almost Bobby's birthday. That means it's almost his birthday too, isn't it? 2 days. 2 days. Oh wow. On a Tuesday of all days. He works on Tuesdays. He has Tuesdays off, so not too bad.
Sawada, beep, Shari.
Lagenza.
And Fabi Frenoy. Ivana Ishkawa. Sub. Kel Mivla. Beckon Hemka Harp Dollars. Saboma Nukem.
restarts running, I guess. Where's the option to mentor?
Whoa!
Maybe it's under actions? Oh. We should have an option to mentor this guy. Oh well.
Yes. Free now, Peru.
Legenzo.
Down him, Shusha. You mean?
Tenebib. Me pew. Whoa!
Yeftime, Abasani.
Wafatub Fabosa. Rush. Nashaba.
Yabba Darso.
Enizuki.
Yabba.
Eva, Bazoo, Zebna, Shubla, you.
Narm.
Wait,
Abano Plirum Ganira. Bubble.
stick to up.
Bow. Tenebib. Me pew.
Naba,
Willow. Arcanaya Bronin Grave. Just like
Zara, Arena.
Asker. Pima. Galimpa. Aragaba Yempa. Pomeranian here.
Wafatub Fabosa.
Meshka Craney. Seraphi.
Your largest
Ayapardu.
Yeah.
Gisnaplusion.
Quinarb. Abano Plirum.
Gonna make some flat.
Zarde Ya Livshigo. Febide Maciner. Shabini Nobe. Uspe.
Yes.
Falco? Falco no. Tenebib. Miku. Wimbo.
Yeah, he's getting hungry too.
Gasinar Pliff.
How close are we? Only got 10 minutes left, guys.
Whew, that was sneafa.
And unlike the last time I streamed, I can't stretch it late tonight because I do have work tomorrow, unfortunately. Looks like they're watching a horror movie. Well, well, that's cool. Although there wasn't much horror on that.
Ah.
Action, rescues, and all that.
Ugh.
Oh. I think I kept them up a little bit too late, guys. Oh.
Poor Zombie Ray.
Definitely kept him up a bit too late. Oh well.
Yep.
I'm sure they'll manage. What is wrong with him?
So.
Oh.
Laffy. Kumiao.
His energy level is not full. Oh well.
Oh, there's a boot.
Why did he not just take his shower? That's why he got up, because he felt too grungy.
I'm sorry.
I did have the shower there.
Sorry for. You bow. Sorry for.
And now he doesn't have time.
Woo.
Not if he's going to make it to work in 3 hours. So. Serve breakfast. Actually, no. Get leftovers.
Ah.
Brew coffee. Hopefully, the little fella is a little closer to being fully rested. Not sure what happened to his, oh. Guess he's gonna eat the two together? Oh well. Sorry, kid. And there's the fire again. They're all going to be exhausted that night by the time they all get home and get to bed.
Cha, Budamaps, Fuibak Dutsuo, Dolbe, Che, Mal Spec, Chida, Quips Drift Swing, and A. Yabasak.
Ginarujas.
Oh,
Why is he not
Denise,
drinking his coffee?
Sirac, some
Drink.
busy.
Oh, wait, he won't have time. Oh well. Not a problem.
Quinarb, Abana Plirum Ganira,
Ah, uh-huh.
Shalbota Brogi, Nuloy, huh?
Actually, maybe he just sit until it's time to go.
Gorbe Smoot Gomicho.
And he's off to school. He's finished his breakfast. With 2 minutes left to spare, I think this would probably be a good place to leave off.
Ah. Roxa.
1 minute, rather. So we've got a couple more houses in the town. We've got our little boy a little bit more advanced in terms of his aspiration. I just realized this guy needs to... Let's see. He gets home at 5. Although he gets home at 2. No, he doesn't need to do that anymore. I keep forgetting. That's right.
Oh,
With
yes.
Cruz getting home an hour earlier than when Stefan gets home from school, we don't need to worry about the nanny anymore like we used to. So, like I was saying, now that we've got a couple more houses there for people to move into, and on top of that we've got some progress made on Stefan. We've got the house expanded a little bit. So, a bit of progress here and there. Not anything massive, but this time we're going to keep the original concept because we already faced this once during this stream. Keep original concept. And that's not what I'm looking for. Success. Bobby presents the game up the chain without the CEO's changes. Everyone loves it except the CEO, but by now it has so much momentum that he greenlights it as is. Fantastic. Corners gain small. So we're not going to go a lot further here. Like I said, I really can't, unfortunately, go too far in terms of going over today. Simply because I do have work tomorrow. In the meantime, we'll just get the bills paid so I don't forget it next stream. And get this guy started, of course, on resting because he did not get nearly enough sleep. I was going to say started on his fitness skill because he really needs to bring that up a lot if he's going to get his next promotion as a bodybuilder. But, well, in the bodybuilding branch anyway. But we really don't want him passing out in the middle of the floor. So, very shortly, he'll take a nap, and we'll get the kid started on his homework, all that stuff, and then sign off for the day at that point. Oh wow, there's fire there too. You can just see the orange flickering through the blur. Alrighty. So that's pretty well it. Like I said, I'd love to stretch it a bit further, get a bit more progress on this tonight. But again, I do have work very, well, not very early, but early enough that I need to get to bed myself in the real world. Other than that, I think we've made some pretty good progress here tonight. We've, like I said, you know, we've gotten a little bit of progress on aspirations. We've gotten some good progress overall, in my opinion. So, we've saved, we've exited. In the meantime, if you do have anything you want to chat about in the chat, I'll leave it up for a couple of minutes while after I mute my mic. So if anyone viewing wants to just kind of chat with each other, assuming you're on the same platform. It looks like we've only got one viewer on YouTube and one on Twitch. That said, of course, that's not always accurate. I do want to check my load time. Yep, last played 12:03 a.m., which is the time here in Newfoundland. So, like I was saying, if you do want to chat for a bit after I mute the mic, etc., I'm going to leave it up. So if there's actually more on there than OBS is telling us, then by all means, continue to chat while staring at our logo, which I'm putting up there now. Other than that, again, as usual, the stream or the save file that we were just playing, or I was just playing and you were watching, isn't going to be touched until the next time that I stream Sims 4. It's literally a save file just for that. If you do want to start watching our Fallout 4 stream when we do that, then the same thing applies there. The save file we created for that is just for streaming. It's not touched at all in between, so you can literally watch the progress through the videos that will be up on YouTube and Facebook and for a short time on Twitch, and see the whole thing from beginning to end. Other than that, as usual, if you did enjoy the video, by all means, please like, comment, subscribe. If you do know someone who you think would enjoy our content, by all means, let them know that we're here, and we'd be happy to have them. Other than that, this is Tron Media, signing off.